Good morning, y'all. Welcome back. Um, so today, what's on my mind? It was actually a lot of things, but right before I started recording, I kind of decided to just talk about the general themes of this page. So obviously, um, I'm a huge advocate of making things easy on yourself. But with that being said, I do want to highlight that you should also challenge yourself at certain times, just to really reinforce what you're capable of when you push yourself. Because, so I give you an example. I don't know how many push-ups I can do. I don't know how far I could jog uh, if I had to, but I know I could do a lot more than what I do. So while I do what's easy every day, every once in a while I still have to challenge myself because you'll see the benefits of the consistent effort in doing the easy things every day when you do challenge yourself, because you'll see that your capabilities have increased dramatically if you've done the easy thing every day for a period of time. So I want people to understand that goes hand in hand. I'm not ever saying you shouldn't challenge yourself. When I say make things easy, I mean make your day easy. Make the investment easy so that you can challenge yourself and reach higher levels and expand your capabilities and even beliefs, because that will be the result ultimately. So, um, but yeah, like do stuff every day, challenge yourself every once in a while. Be realistic that, like, whatever you fast forward 5 years from now, no matter how old you are, like, that reality is what you've created from now until then. Tomorrow, whatever your day look like, is essentially what you created from now until then. So that's why it's important to do stuff every day, because you may not see the result or a drastic result, but you're moving forward. And if you're not, you're regressing. And that's just reality. If you're not working towards something, like, there is no standing still. You're going away from it. So choose the things that you want to work toward, and commit to those things. So um today was better, well, this morning, I should say, was better just by virtue of me getting up earlier and getting started earlier. So just like yesterday, I'm pretty certain I could have finished my morning routine and then recorded after, where I wouldn't be in this hoodie. But until I am super super confident that I wouldn't risk missing doing my recording, because like I said, everything else, there is no way I'm going to not do it. I have to iron my clothes. I have to do my personal hygiene. I gotta get ready for work and go to work. So I'm gonna do those things no matter what. So, I need to prioritize this. And I think over time, and I don't think it'll take too long, probably within a month, I will have my morning routine pretty much solidified. And then it's just about creating more efficiency. Um, so then it will get better and better. Um, but what else? So every day, um, be open minded. And I'm really just trying to throw out the major things that I feel like are critical in, this process for me to get where I'm going, because again, it's an experiment, it's a documentation, it's a report, whatever it is. Like, I should get y'all the relevant information. So what things have changed or are changing that are creating this different version of myself, because this is a different version of me. Obviously, I wasn't doing this before, but what led to that? So, like paying attention, listening. I think people don't listen enough. Obviously, this format right here is just me talking, but in real life, the vast majority of my desire is actually to listen and to understand people. Um, and I don't think it really takes that much to be able to identify the people that you should continue to do that with. Um, and I was telling a couple of my coworkers the way I approach my job is different from most salespeople, because most salespeople gonna try to sell you something, and I'm not trying to create a sale. I'm trying to find one. And what I mean by that is it's not about what I can tell you. It's about asking the right questions to see if it's something that's for you. Because if it's something that's for you, I don't need to sell it to you. And I feel that way about everything in every situation. Like friendships, family, whatever. Like people people will answer your questions if you ask the right questions, and just believe the answers. Like, believe what people tell you. And when I say what people tell you, I really mean what people show you. Believe how people answer you. So that's important. So, identify, and I'm gonna repeat this probably a million times throughout the series. Like, it's about what you do every day. So if something is important to you, then like it should be important to you every day, at least important enough to put a very small effort into either maintaining or developing that area, that relationship, whatever it is. If you want to learn a language, I mean, if you do it every day, eventually, I'm sure you'll know it. If whatever you want to do. So, um, but with that being said, like you can't really force somebody else to do something. So I do obviously timeshare, but there are some other things that I do. And I think I try not to push stuff on people. So I haven't really um been super active in promoting the other things that I do. But I am gonna start asking people so I can see the people that could benefit, from some of these other things than just timeshare. Um, but it's literally, I mean, you got two ears for a reason. So most of the time, people will tell you what they want, and then people will show you what they're willing to give. So I don't know where I heard it. I just remember that I heard a saying, and this may not be verbatim, but it was essentially, I couldn't hear what you were saying because your actions were speaking so loudly. And that's powerful to me. Like, if it's really hard to believe what you hear when somebody is showing you something completely different. So if people are showing you that they don't value you, or people are showing you that they aren't going to support you, if people are showing you that they're not willing to listen, or that they're not willing to even invest a minimal amount of effort and energy into things that are important to you, or that you're trying to share with them or include them in, I would say that speaks volumes. So my life is the back and forth of receiving information, processing it, and then making decisions based off of that information. But all that has to align with my direction, my goal, my focus, um, my me building the life that I want to have. People talk about dreams. Like, I don't remember most of my dreams, but my goals are not dreams because these are just simply things that I need to figure out how to make happen. And I have the utmost confidence in myself. Actually, I have the utmost confidence in anybody that's just willing to commit to anything. Like, and I really do mean anything. There are countless examples of people who got started later in life to pursue their passions. With that being said, like, it has to be something that add value to the world. Uh, this is what was on my mind, and I couldn't think of earlier, but it just popped back in my head. So I was thinking, right? So if you have a product, service, whatever, you have something that provide value, even if it's cheap, right? So if you provide value to enough people and each one of those people are willing just to pay you $1 a month, right? What if you help 100,000 people? What if you help 500,000 people? What if you help a million? I mean, there are billions of people on the planet. So if you really think about if there's something that you could provide of value, even at a price that anybody could afford, the more people that you help, if you help enough people, you will still be rich. And if it's something that you care about, if it's something that's important to you, if it's something that you have a passion for, um, wouldn't it be worth the effort instead of trading your time for money that's less money for something that you don't even really care about or you really get no fulfillment out of? Is just a job. And I'm not advocating for people to just go quit their job. Because again, I got a job, but I love my job. And I do my job because I do believe that my job provides value. The things that I do outside of my job, I do believe those things provide value. Me getting on these recordings, me starting to put myself out there, share my thoughts, share my journey, share, my history, my struggles, my desires, whatever the case may be. Like, I do believe that for some people that will provide value. Now, if it provides value for enough people, then I do feel like that will contribute to my financial freedom, but only if I help a tremendous amount of people. But even if I don't, it's enough for me to help whoever hops on. Like, whether that's 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, if it helps them, like, I'm willing to do it for free, which is why I'm doing it. So, and which is why, again, back to every day, I'll do this every day because there's really no reason for me not to do it. I can do it on my computer, I can do it on the phone, but like, there's really no reason going forward where I could just can't, invest a little bit of time into trying to um, provide some value for some people. So hopefully over time, once people start to see the results. So obviously, so I get up in the morning, I pray, do my personal hygiene, knock out my push-ups, hit my jog, come do this video. Um, but okay, so I felt like focusing on my health, focusing on my well-being, like I said, physically, mentally, spiritually. So those are priorities. Again, I do them every day. It doesn't take that much. Um, Knocked out before, you know, 6:30, 7 a.m. And but it's so critical. Now, outside of that, I made, you know, commitments to get my credit together, to get my finances together, to start investing. So the thing about money is the more money you make, the less value it has. Because when you don't make a lot of money, then you think money will change a lot of things, but it really won't. Like I make three times the money I made just a couple years ago, but my life hasn't changed dramatically because the money won't change your life. You have to change your life. It's what you do with the money, is how you focus, is what, because if you just get money and spend it, then like you're really not gonna change your life. So that's another thing that I'm really um serious about and feel like most people should start to be more mindful of is like how we utilize our money and start investing money instead of spending money. And how you choose to invest is up to you. I mean, it's different ways people make money. Thinking about sports betting, but that's because that's logical to me. I watch football. I love football. I love UFC. I used to be really into boxing, but if I was making money from that stuff, then my like I'm not wasting time when I watch football. I'm not being unproductive. I'm doing research. You know what I mean? And I can justify it like that, but only if I start betting. So I'm gonna start betting. I'm not telling somebody else to start betting. Anything I say is just again a report of my thought process. There are things that you can get money from, like just if you choose to utilize the things that you're interested in. I mean, people rich from everything, from cutting hair, from dancing, singing, playing sports, eating, like whatever. Like if you got something you super passionate about and you really start to pursue that, I'm sure within just say a decade, and people can think like that's a super long time, but I mean, you at your job right now, so if nothing changes, where are you gonna be a decade from now? At your job. But if you put that type of effort into your passion, then yeah, okay, it's a decade, but you gonna live through that decade anyway. Wouldn't it be better a decade from now to be living the life that you designed instead of just the life that you chose, right? So anyway, all of this stuff is really at the forefront of my mind. So, uh, and again, I'm not advising anybody to do anything. I'm only reporting what I did. So again, take a little bit of money and invest it. So I got paid this morning. I put some money into a few different things. You know, a little bit of Bitcoin, Tesla, Microsoft, I think something else, but oh, Disney. But that's just because I feel like those companies are solid. They're not going anywhere. Um, you know, and this is just my logic. This is not research, but I would rather start investing just a little bit and then start to get better at research and make better investments than to just put off investing. So I started working on my health. I started working on my finances. Last year, I already started working on, my credit. So this year, I'm really excited. I think this is the first year in my entire life that I've actually been excited. Now I know I have some challenges, some things I have to do in order for it to result in the outcome that I want. But I mean, I got a year. So, I really know I got a list of things that if I take care of it, it will make a huge impact and be a tremendous difference in my life. So I'm gonna focus on those things. But um like there's no finish line. It's just a journey. And you know make it easy, challenge yourself at times, really pursue your passions, but the ones that provide value to other people, and just be accountable, be real with yourself. Like take it a day at a time, but make sure the stuff that you're doing today, like 10 years from now, it'll matter. Because if it won't matter 10 years from now, like that should be the last thing on the list of your priorities to do. So with that being said, Uh, until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.